The way the government defines poverty is to say that it's anyone below a certain income level that was arrived at by looking at the cost of a basic food budget and then adding a little more for shelter, clothes, and other necessities. For a four-person family, the poverty line is around $22,000, $23,000 a year. So a four-person family is expected to have that much money to meet their basic needs. If they have more than that, they're not poor. If they have less than that, they are considered poor.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for their daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. Their tears are filling.
The amount of homeless veterans around the world is a troubling reality. In past years, the numbers have decreased due to the efforts of the Veterans Association and many others. Traveling downtown reveals the harsh reality of homelessness in San Diego, though, and introduces an ongoing problem. In 2010, the Obama administration introduced Opening Doors, the federal strategic plan to end and prevent homelessness. This program has shown early success, but some think its goals are too high and it will ultimately fail. However, many Americans are confident that Opening Doors will make a great contribution towards ending homelessness in America.
Despite the large amount of homeless veterans in San Diego and the United States, the Obama administration and Veterans Association are succeeding in providing support to these people through Opening Doors and other programs.
The Obama administration committed to ending veteran homelessness in the U.S. by the end of 2015. Since 2010, there has been a 33% decrease through the Homeless Veteran Outreach Initiation. In San Diego alone, there are more than 1,000 homeless vets.
The federal government works to aid homeless people and veterans nationwide through the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, known as HUD. HUD monitors populations of homeless people in different cities around the country and establishes their programs. The Obama administration has also enacted its own campaign known as Opening Doors, a long-term plan which promises to end chronic and veteran homelessness by the end of 2015. The plan also has set a goal of ending youth and family homelessness by 2020. Opening Doors plans to meet these goals by working alongside private enterprise, reworking current departments in the federal government which deal with the homeless, and creating access to more stable and affordable housing.
Most of the work for Opening Doors is done through the U.S. Interagency Council on Homelessness, which oversees all the programs and mandates regarding America's homeless community.
The VA has the largest integrated network of homeless assistance programs in the country. Not only are they helping the homeless locally and around the nation, but also the people at risk of becoming homeless. The VA is working alongside the federal government to make the promises made by Opening Doors a reality. By focusing on the issues of veterans among local homeless communities, the VA hopes to help the federal government reach its 2015 goal. The VA is set apart from other homeless outreach programs for its focus on mental health and preventative care to keep veterans off the streets. For soldiers who have suffered from PTSD or other mental disorders, standard homeless shelters and programs are often less helpful than the VA, which offers them better and more personal care.
The average listener, when they hear the word poverty, are thinking about people that experience significant material deprivations. Typically, a TV news story will talk about 1 in 6 Americans in poverty and then flash to a homeless family. But the reality is that of those 1 in 6 Americans, roughly 46 million Americans who are labeled by the government as poor, only about 1% of them are homeless at any given point in time. In fact, close to 50% of all poor families actually own their own homes, which is typically a 3-bedroom house with 1.5 baths.
Some believe that even though the last few years there has been a decline in homelessness in the U.S., it isn't enough to prove the real progress that has been made. Critics of the president's Opening Door plan cite that while the U.S. is moving in the right direction, it is unlikely that the Obama administration will meet the goals by the set deadlines.
Due to the effort of the Obama administration and the Veterans Association, San Diego has seen a steady decrease in the homeless population. although it'll take many more years to completely dissolve, there are signs of progress that this problem can be resolved.
Look right through me, look right through